Hey guys, Robert Gardner here with another episode of Inside Robert's Reports. I want to take a couple of minutes today for those of you who have got tankless water heaters in your house. I want to take a few minutes to go over some of the really important things that you need to do to make sure that your tankless water heater lasts as long as it should. Typical home in California today has a regular tank type water heater. So you may have 30 or 40 or 50 or even 75 gallons of hot water at hand at all times. In the event of an earthquake or some sort of a natural disaster where perhaps the water mains heading to your neighborhood break and there is no source of water for 2 or 3 days, most people can go to their water heater and get some water. There's 30 or 40 or 50 gallons in there, right? There's no water in here, maybe half a gallon, right? Probably less than that. So in an emergency, when your neighbors have water, you don't. So you may notice in front of me here some water bottles. These are 5-gallon water bottles. I get these filled up at the water store down the street, and I keep 8 of them in the garage at all times and 1 inside the house. So that gives me 40 gallons of fresh water. We put dates on the lids and we rotate them out, newest to oldest. That's critical because now if we lose our utilities, we still have water backup. This happens to be my own personal garage that we're sitting in. So anyway, that's how I do it. Other people will have recovery systems on their rain gutters where the rain gutters, instead of running off to the street, will go into capture systems like 55-gallon barrels. Some people might have a jacuzzi or a swimming pool. You know, there's plenty of water there. But for those of you who don't have any of that kind of stuff, this is a really cheap and easy way. And you know, we like having bottled water around anyway. Second thing I want to talk to you about, these water heaters, if properly maintained, will last about 15 years, maybe 30. But your tank type water heater is much cheaper and they'll maybe last 9 years. You want to get the most life out of this you can because these things are 3 to 4 times as much money as a tank type water heater. So first thing you want to think about on this, I've already got the water turned off to this and I've loosened this right here up. But this little thing that I'm going to take out right now is the filter. This is the filter that comes with the machine. And you can see that little stainless steel screen isn't going to do much. But it will keep sand and gravel and larger particles out of your water heater. But what if you had a filter like this? So this is a high flow water filter. That's important because you still want to be able to take a shower. You can get 4 gallons a minute out of this, which is plenty for a shower. I believe this is down to about a 5-micron filter. It's also got charcoal in it, so it helps to pull out fluoride that you may not want in your water, or chlorine, other things like that. But this thing's going to stop a whole lot of calcium and sand and rust and who knows whatever else is in the municipal water supply. It's going to stop that stuff from getting into your machine. Now, typically, the water would come from the utility company right here and go straight in to the water heater here, and that's how mine worked when I bought my house. First thing I did when I bought my house is got rid of that piece of pipe, ran it down here into this filter, and then from this filter into here. So now I've got 2,000 times as much filtration as I had with that small screen. This is something you want to hire a plumber to do if you don't know how to do things like this yourself. I wouldn't recommend a handyman or anything like that. Once it's actually installed, it's relatively simple to do as far as changing the filters out. Mine just happens to need a change now. So I've shut the cold water off here. I'm going to actually turn the machine off here, and then I'm going to bleed off, let me get a towel. Bleed off the pressure here. All right, so there's no pressure left in the system. I always keep the wrench real close. Simply open it up. Remove the old filter, slide in the new, and it's finished. It's really that simple. Tighten that up. And turn the water back on. I'm good for the next 3 months. This is something it's really, really critical if you want this machine to try to last 30 years. You might check your manufacturer specifications. They may actually require a pre-filter so as not to void the warranty. So that's really, really, really important. Another thing that's really important with these machines is they need to be cleaned every year. In order to clean them, you need a system. There's a tool for it. I've got one right here, and I'm going to cover that in another video. But basically, it's a pump with a couple of hoses and a bucket, and you simply shut the water off from going into the machine. You shut the water off going back into the house, and you'll take these little caps off and you'll open these up and put the whole thing together and flush the system out. Look for another video I have strictly on how to do that. But right off the bat, filtration, annual cleaning, keep them clear so there's plenty of combustion, space around them. No, you don't want to constrict them up with a bunch of, garage stuff. Tools and toys and whatnot. They're pretty simple to take care of on their own. There's really not a lot of stuff except for your annual cleaning, and every 3 months throw a filter in it. This guy's going to last you, at least 15 years, maybe as much as 30 years. I promise you, if you don't filter this and you don't clean it annually, it is not going to last. It's going to fill up with calcium. We've got hard water in Southern California, right? So if it fills up with calcium, there's really nothing you can do. There's no way to clean it out, and that's what the system there is for. Anyways, if you found this to be helpful at all, you can like and follow and share and all that sort of stuff. Look for me on Facebook at Robert Gardner Certified Master Inspector. Of course, YouTube at Inside Robert's Reports. You can also go to the Elite Group Property Inspection Professionals in Southern California. We've got a lot of really helpful videos there as well. And anyway, I hope everything was helpful, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.